Hello there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
And I'm John Humphrey.
You're gonna watch the Kingsman trailer today.
Exit.
Official trailer number 2. We might as well just do it right now.
This will not be a war of heroes.
Cool.
Good.
Which is all to say, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun.
It's a colorblind
The world
test.
burns.
You have no idea of what men are capable of.
You
Ooh.
must do something.
I know you want to fight. But there are other ways of doing your duty. You're going to need a suit.
You're going to need to do it in style.
Come on. We are the first independent intelligence agency,
Cool.
preserving peace and protecting life.
Welcome to the club.
Hey! Daniel Bruhl?
Hey. Rasputin.
While governments wait for orders, our people take action.
Now it's time to shadow one.
Whoa.
How mighty you are.
Who's that actor? He looks so familiar.
Wow.
Our enemies think we are gentle men. But reputation is what people think of you. Character is what you are.
Damn.
Armed. I'm ready. Armed, yes. But ready? Well, we shall see. This is called a parachute. It means that one can jump out of a plane safely.
Oh, it was crazy.
That actually, that looks pretty fun.
Well, that one felt more like Kingsman.
Yeah.
Actually, it felt a lot like Kingsman if you think about it. It's kind of a similar plot setup.
It's a very,
Yeah.
I was thinking that during this. Very similar plot setup. It's also kind of Men in Black, which, you know, Kingsman is already like Men in Black and James Bond
Yeah.
and a bunch of other things. Weirdly, this trailer just grabbed me more. Like, I liked the vibe of the setting of the first one. Like, I thought that was neat, but this one actually made me excited about the idea of seeing this movie.
Well, I could see how it's more tonally akin to something like Kingsman. The teaser trailer or the first trailer for this one was just like an epic World War I movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this looks very kind of serious.
Reminding almost of like a Kingsman take on like Valkyrie or something.
You're right, you're right. And while I think there's probably going to have to be a little bit more serious moments in here because you're dealing with a real world war that did occur, I still feel like there's going to be those character moments, especially like the way the scene ended. Like, this is called a parachute. You know?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
making a gimmick out of him like not able to smoothly eject himself out of a
Yeah,
plane and he
yeah.
has to like cut through the plane and jump out.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
a flavor I think that this movie could actually have that does set it apart from its predecessors, and that could make it distinct because, you know, the Kingsman movies are ripping off James Bond in a way, so you have all this like very advanced technology. So it's going to be funny, I would imagine, if they use that throughout the movie to see
Yeah.
what is advanced for that time, and then what stuff, you know, has yet to be invented that we think is pretty primitive
Yeah.
now. Maybe that parachute joke will pop up throughout.
And I don't know how much of this will even be in the actual movie itself, but I really like how the marketing for this movie hasn't relied on Easter eggs of
the original
Kingsman
movies.
movies. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you do got to go to the spot where there's, you know, the Kingsman,
The tailor
the
shop, yeah.
shop outside. That's just part of the plot. It's part of the Kingsman world. That makes some sense. But there's nothing here where they're making any jokes or references, or maybe they just flew way over my head.
No,
and
at
I
the
don't
end,
know.
we're gonna find out at the end of the
Oh yeah, there's
movie,
a whole parachute thing.
This main guy's gonna be Eggsy's grandpa or something, and then, you know, it'll all tie in. He'll be the chosen one
I'll be okay with that in the end. Maybe Michael Caine's character will appear in some way.
in a young form. Hey, I mean,
that would make sense.
I imagine
timeline-wise, yeah.
we might perhaps meet a lot of young future
Yeah,
Kingsmen.
this does make me flash to when Matthew Vaughn decided decided to helm X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
I love what I'm seeing here. I also really love Jimon Hansu.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love that he's actually getting some real time to shine. He's always casting these comic book movies and barely does anything in
know.
that. He's not
He's
just
like-
training, he's also
he's
fighting
fighting.
someone. I'm like, oh, thank God, he's got real scenes in this movie.
And he also looks like, at least from the few glimpses of them all inside the tailor shop and everything,
Yeah.
it looks like he is one of their squad, you know?
Yeah.
And this does appear, I mean, I know it looks like you have your sort of protagonist with the young guy, but it seems like this is more of an ensemble piece than the Kingsman movie. I feel like the Kingsman movies are about Eggsy. And this feels like you're going to have a new guy getting to know the ropes, but the vibe I'm getting off this trailer is a bit more ensemble oriented, like everyone's going to kind of play a big part.
The trailers both have still been consistently selling on the time period,
Mm-hmm.
the world, and a hint at their characters. I have yet to have a moment, though. Sounds like such a pompous reviewer. I've yet to experience a moment with the Kingsman trailers.
Yeah, think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Think about where we are.
I've yet to have a moment where I feel really like, oh, that character is the one I'm really going to be hooked into. Because I remember even with the first Kingsman movie, you could tell, like, Colin Firth is going to kick ass. You're like, Colin Firth is going to be awesome in this. And then the movie really is more about Eggsy than it is Colin Firth. And both
Colin
movies are...
Firth has that working for him where it's like, oh, totally against type.
Yes, that is true. But I still had a moment where I felt like I could latch onto a character. And then here, I'm excited about the world, and I trust Matthew Vaughn a lot. Like, and I've loved the last couple Kingsman movies. So a lot of that built-in faith is really getting me. And I know there's been a lot of positive response to the marketing of this film thus far. I've yet to have a moment with any of the marketing of where I'm really hooked into any of the characters. And I really hope that one of these guys will truly shine. Because, you know, that's one thing the Kingsman movies, I think, surprised us with was how much we cared about Eggsy. And Colin Firth.
Lancelot?
No, it's...
Is he Lancelot or Galahad?
Harry?
Harry.
Harry, yeah. Oh, you're thinking of
The
Mark
code
Strong.
names. No, Mark Strong's Merlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry.
Okay.
I'm with you in the sense that I'm not fully latched onto anybody in this trailer yet, although I did get like a modicum closer because this
Ray
trailer...
Fiennes, like,
Ray Fiennes,
yeah.
yeah, because he's bringing in that, you know, that weird, smooth elegance he's able to do. Like, this almost reminds me of, like, this could be Gustav H's cousin,
Yeah.
you know, who kicks a lot more ass. I appreciated that moment about reputation being what everybody thinks about you versus character being what you truly prove of yourself in that moment where he's carrying that guy over the battlefield.
They're
the
not
younger
just
guy.
gentle men.
Exactly. But, you know, I mean, that at least got me closer to thinking, okay, maybe that character could have a moving arc that I could get into. You know, I feel like a lot of people I've seen online be very excited about his casting, so I just haven't seen most of the stuff he's in to be that excited. I'm with you, but I'm sort of getting the sense for it. Like, this trailer brought me more personality overall, and it also felt a little more comic book, especially because you had way more, like, gas mask dudes and secret lab stuff.
Right.
And the guy, I don't know if he's Rasputin or if he just looks like Rasputin, but, you know, this guy being all devious and maniacal and grabbing people with needle guns. You know, like, it definitely looked more sci-fi than the first trailer, I guess, to me.
And while you were talking and I wasn't listening, I looked up the actor's name who plays this Rasputin-like character.
Oh, hey.
It is... I never learned his name, but I love him when I see him. Rhys Ifans,
Okay.
who's in my favorite romantic comedy, Notting Hill. And he's also in my favorite sports movie, The Replacements.
Oh, damn, look
He's
out.
the field goal kicker.
Yeah, and he's in...
And now he's a bad guy.
Hey, he was a bad guy in Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man.
That's right, yeah. The makeup on him was so good that I didn't
not
register him at first.
Yeah. No, I was in, that's the thing is to hear...
I was like, those eyes are familiar.
Like, I know it's not Oscar Isaac, but I was thinking more of that sort of act. He looks like he's having a blast playing whoever he's playing.
It looks like we got a really cool villain on our hands, too. I'm sure there's going to be some type of political, intelligent villain as well.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's the main person to fear based off how this trailer's going. Yeah. Whereas in the first two Kingsman movies, they're people with just the brains, but then they have other people who are the muscle. Looks like our villain, main focal villain, is the muscle as well.
Oh, look out.
So I think that's a cool difference to add. Anywho.
Brains and bronze.
Guys, are you excited for this? Are you hoping this heavily ties into the first Kingsman movie? You know how well you remember that film. All of us do.
Cinematic
Beginning, middle, and
universe?
end. Guys, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Comment below and tell us what your favorite suit to wear is. Or if you're a lady,
What your favorite
bikini.
suit to
Suit is...
bikini?
They have female suits.
It's a bold new world. They're gonna see them invented in this Kingsman movie.
Patron of the day shout out to Jen Smith.
Jen and the holograms.
Jennifer, how are you, my dear? I haven't spoken to you in a while, and by a while in Greg and Jen standards, that is 1 week on Patreon messages.
Man, what's going on?
I hope you and your son are doing well. Son wants to start up his own YouTube channel of sorts.
He should.
If you want advice, always read the comments. That's the best way to go about life. Keep reading the comments about you.
Helpful feedback.
And only delete the positive ones because
You need the criticism.
you don't want to get an ego.
Creation rides on tension.
Yes. Also, based off the line of work you've told me you've delved into a lot, I'm sure you yourself have a great suit and a good bikini as well.
Sure.
Which
You can wear them both.
your
and
son
then it's just like being
will be
normal.
very happy to see you.
Having. I don't know. I don't know.
No, normally we cut after that. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.